This is, it's a sport bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, Earl the True Spence. I have what we call a two-prong props and praise that I'm going to give this guy. And then I have a one-third constructive criticism that I'm going to give him. And the reason why mines hold the highest weight on YouTube, it holds the highest weight, period, is because everybody knows how much I rocks with Earl the True Spence. I defended him even when nobody else defended him. And that's just the way it rolls. But I like to keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. I like to keep that same energy because I'm consistent and authentic as you know what. So let's get on to the first one-third of the constructive criticism. It's not even anything too crazy. It's just Earl the True Spence needs to keep a better group of company around him. I get it. He's from Dallas. He's from Texas. You know what I'm saying? He wants to bring the people that he's been with up with him. It makes sense. I understand the totality of that. But here's the problem. These people don't have the same level of professionalism and care that he has for his own boxing career. Because why should a Rudy Point a plum brain, an ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, a reverse bias, aka the tractor, aka panderer, be able to have a video that's now going viral on YouTube to show Earl the True Spence dancing? I don't have any problem with Earl the True Spence dancing. If the man wants to boogie it down, boogie it down. And he can boogie it down as much as he wants in true alpha fashion. Because to me, there's nothing there that shows that he's doing anything of erroneous behavior. But it's the timing. You just got out of a car crash. You see what I'm saying? You just got out of a situation where it was you being charged with a DWI for drinking and driving. That's not a good look for you to be right there and dancing, and people are filming this stuff. He needs to get a better team around him. Because when Floyd Mayweather is engaging in lascivious acts, we don't know nothing about it. We hear about it after the fact. But there's no footage, there's no video out there to showcase this folly, to showcase, you know what I'm saying, his vices. Because he has vices too, even though he was Mr. Hard Work and Dedication, right? He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, but he damn sure had his vices, and it was in a la the strip club. I'm sure a lot of very interesting and weird and strange things happen in those times that Floyd Mayweather did the things that he's doing, even up until this day, because doesn't even have a strip club himself. But he's the master of knowing how to ensure that public displays of anything is not showcased. Earl the True Spence needs to get a better team that's going to be able to counteract and nullify that nonsense. No Rudy Poo and no plum brain should just have immediate access to that stuff. Classic Doden troglodyte. You know what I'm saying? Ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Someone that's going to come in and use what you're doing against you. Now, I didn't see him drinking, so I can't sit here and accuse him of drinking. But I see that this stuff is surfacing, that people are saying that, oh, Earl the True Spence, you see he's drinking again. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of a car crash. You know what I'm saying? Like, does he think because he's a supposed, and that's there in their, you know what I'm saying, misery and insecure lives? Because, you know, misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? Let me say it again. That's in their misery and insecurity lives, because misery loves company. People don't want to see you doing good. It's a thing of when they see you doing good and they're not doing good, they have no reason but to hate. You know what I'm saying? I get it all the time at my level, so I understand how that thing works on these guys' levels. You know what I'm saying? It's just from one true alpha to the next. But on back to what I was saying. Earl the True Spence is going to have to be held accountable here, because you need to get a better team around you. Because your team is clearly not nullifying and eliminating these things. Because all I saw is Earl the True Spence dancing. And nobody has a problem to get a boogie down and do what they got to do. But again, it's the timing of it. So Earl the True Spence, that's my only criticism. And see, it wasn't even that much of a criticism. It's just one, you know what I'm saying, authentic and consistent cat that's basically trying to iron, you know what I'm saying, iron sharpens iron moment with another consistent and authentic cat. One true alpha to the next. Get your affairs in order, man, and get a better team around you. Because if your team cannot make sure that certain things are not surfacing, then something is wrong with that team. And you may have a turncoat within the team. So it leads to investigation. Because these other guys that did these videos that were showing him in a very precarious situation when he was at a strip club, these were supposedly people that were dapping him like they were cool with him. But when he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in his right mind. And he had a few drinks because we have to keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. We have to keep that same energy. They were right there filming it. Oh, yeah, look at my boy Earl the True Spence. If that's your boy, you wouldn't put him in that precarious situations. But boxers do these things. Sean Porter, when he was with Marcos V or whatever his name is from, is it Fight Hub? He made the joke to Sean Porter like, oh, we're going to get you some more orange juice or some more Kool-Aid. But we know damn well Sean Porter was drinking on his birthday. Andre Ward, his last 2 fights with Sergey Kovalev, at the end of those fights, he was having cocktails. I could tell because Andre Ward was a bit inebriated. See, fighters drink, man. The only person that you could know in this modern day that's not drinking is Floyd Mayweather. But they all do this stuff. But, of course, Earl the True Spence is going to be shadowed the most because of the recent car crash. And some of it is justifiable because he shouldn't have been in the car in the first place. But a lot of it is just people that are insecure and miserable as you know what. And they're trying to protrude that insecurity and that misery that's in their lives onto that foolery. Now you give the opportunity for a reverse bias, aka detractor, aka panderer, to have a video to go viral on the YouTube just to say, oh, look, Earl the True Spence, I thought, you know what I'm saying, he was supposed to get his affairs in order. You give these fools licenses because they're looking for any and every little thing. They can't stand the fact that Earl the True Spence is special and that he is the welterweight that basically stands above all welterweights. They can't stand that. So Earl Spence, that's my only constructive criticism. Clean your team up, dog, and make sure they tighter, man, so they don't be allowing this foolery to happen. That way, none of this stuff could surface. Now, on to the damn video. And there's 2 parts of praise and props that I'm going to give him. My boy's back to training, dog. You see him. He's doing his thing. He's back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again. You guys said he wasn't going to fight until 2021. And look at him. He's ready to go. Getting his training on. Preparing himself for a potential summer 2020 fight. And like I told you guys, he wasn't going to fight Terrence Bud Crawford or Manny Pacquiao out the gate because he has to test all of the cylinders and make sure that his engine is working the way it's supposed to. Because, again, he went through a car crash. We need to know if Earl the True Spence is the full variation and the full interaction of tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style. I need to know that. Because the person who I root for, I need to see a certain level of standard in the way that they perform for me to know. I know it on a level that nobody else knows it because I use a 3-dimensional thinking ability behind what I do. So when I do that, it lets me know where this person is at their truest and their most properest levels. So I need to see Earl the True Spence in the ring for me to properly assess and say, you know what? He's back. Because I'm not one of these cats that jumped the gun. And I like the fact that Earl the True Spence, in the second part of the props that he's getting, he called himself the #1 welterweight because he is. And the new IBF and WBC welterweight champion. He has the most decorated belts in the welterweight division. He has the most belts. So how is he not the best welterweight? He's fought in his last few fights, the biggest fights in boxing at the welterweight division. Him and Mikey Garcia generated over 300K. Him and basically Sean Porter generated over 300K. Him and basically, who else was it that he fought? Okay, we had Mikey Garcia, we had Sean Porter. Yeah, both of those fights generated over 300K. And Earl the True Spence fought Kell Brook and did his thing. That was a heavyweight lifting fight. So this guy is doing what he's supposed to at the welterweight division. He's pushing the thumb and he's pushing the needle. So you guys need to give him his props, man. So when he says that he's the #1 welterweight in the division, he is that. There's no denying that and there's no questioning that. The problem is people are saying that Spence does not have the right to give Terrence Bud Crawford a roadblock. Yes, he does. Because when you're the #1 guy and you command the lion's share and the alpha hood and the true alpha A side equation, you can tell a beta boy position or a B side position that, hey, you wait until I'm ready. That's how it works, man. At its truest and its most properest levels. People need to understand that from a boxing perspective. The reason why Earl the True Spence is getting all the hate that he is getting because misery loves company. People don't want to see that there is another iteration of a special fighter, especially soon after Floyd Mayweather. It's too soon for that. And because it's too soon for that, they're feeling some type of way. They're feeling hot and bothered like grits about it. That's what it is, man, when it all boils down to it. They don't want to see one guy obliterating the competition. They want to see parity. But see, it speaks to the level of volume of individuals that they are. See, me, I'm a person that's all about hierarchy. Like Meek Mill say, there's levels to this stuff. There's gears. I want to see the best, who's the best, beat up everyone and showcase that he's the best. I don't care about everybody having parity. No, that's Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain stuff. That's people that don't want to challenge themselves even in their own lives. That's people who want to stay in what we call consistency of inconsistency. That's people that just want to continue to do status quo, you know what I'm saying, and live in a certain way, even though they know that that's not their dream to live that way. That's people that want that. These are the people that root for this kind of parody nonsense. Me, I need to know who's unquestionably lording over the situation, because that's what I do. See, I pick based on my personality. My personality is to lord over. My personality is to showcase dominance in true alpha form. So everything I root for has to be a true alpha form. That's the way it rolls. Remember, true alphas are a small fraternity. So because we are a small fraternity, we have to iron sharpens iron, and we have to stick together, because the big lion's share of the community is the beta boyhoods, the beta boys. That's who it is at their truest and their most properest levels. Because again, misery loves company. People can't stand the fact that Errol the True Spence is the best welterweight in the damn division. He's been the best welterweight in the division. Big fish take little guppies. Big bank take little bank. That's how it works. So Manny Pacquiao will get stopped and he will get punished. Because I like the fact that Errol the True Spence called him out. Yes, he's going to get stopped and he's going to get punished. Errol the True Spence is not Keith Thurman. People are sitting here saying, well, he knows the sport. You pick Keith Thurman. Yeah, I picked Keith Thurman. But I'm a man with confidence, purpose, and an abundance mindset that could tell you that I stayed on that position because I thought Keith Thurman was the Keith Thurman that was going to showcase himself of old, at least in that fight. And I was wrong. But it's okay. See, real men know how to let their nuts hang and can stand on a position with confidence and fortitude, double down on that bad boy, and make a decision. They're not turncoat. They're not sitting here going, yeah, 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 and then coming over here and say, yeah, 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 changing and becoming a camouflage in whichever direction. I don't got time for all of that. It's all about consistency and authenticity. Let me say it again. It's all about consistency and authenticity. But Errol the True Spence ain't no damn Keith Thurman. He don't just go straight on the back foot and keep his chin up to get hit. It's not going to happen. And Manny Pacquiao likes to fight these wounded animals and these cherry pickers. He does a lot of the same things that Cinnamon Alvarez, a.k.a. Canelo Alvarez, does. He's thinking that Errol the True Spence is not the same fighter. Lo and behold, this is why he's barking. Because when Errol the True Spence stepped into the ring, what happened? He was on Higgity Hush status. Let me say it again. When Errol the True Spence told Manny Pacquiao to come into the ring, Manny Pacquiao saw how he gave Mikey Garcia, that fighter that fought nothing but what? Uber Liffin. Hold up. Hey, taxi Tijuana cab driver fighters, and boxed him to a wash, double wash, and triple wash decision. Manny Pacquiao was like, oh man, that's the second coming of Floyd Mayweather. I don't want no parts of that. So when he surveyed a poll on the fighters that he was going to fight next, Errol the True Spence was purposefully omitted there because he understood the true variation and the true and the full enactment of tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work. The levying onslaught of the punishment style will punish him. It will stop him. So now he's thinking that Errol the True Spence is damaged goods. This is the only reason why he thinks he can fight Errol the True Spence. But let his ass get into the ring, he's going to get pummeled. That's the truth of the fact of the matter. Now, Bud, on the other hand, that's another story. Let me say it again. Bud, on the other hand, that's another story. When you get exposed by a guy who is on the shelf life of 262 days out of 365, that means only he was shy of 103 days for him to not fight, but he knocked you down in 3 rounds, a la Mean Green Machine or Mean Green Machine, however you want to call it, the Incredible Hulk, Incredible Marvel character name, whatever you want to call it. When a guy like that exposes you, it tells me everything I need to know. Because it tells me that you have a flawed DNA fighter style. Hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Hit me, I'm going to hit you back. That stuff does not work. And Manny Pacquiao, even as old as he is in his iteration of AARP retirement, Pac-Man style, he has enough for 7 rounds to throw punches in between bunches to really hurt and stop a Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford can't fight that way. This is why Terrence Bud Crawford was successful in the Amir Khan fight, because he respected Amir Khan. He didn't do the hit me, I'm going to hit you back. He actually tried to fight like a real fighter in that fight because he knew what time it is. When you step that level of competition up, if you don't step your game up, you're going to get done up. Let me say it again. When you step the level of competition up, if you don't step your game, you're going to get done up. But under the bright lights, Errol the Truth Spence is like, come on, man. I had nearly 30,000 in Sheffield against Kell Brook, man. I had nearly 40,000, you know what I'm saying, against Mikey Garcia. I mean, come on, man. And look how many people showed up at the Staples Center against me and Sean Porter. So I've been under the bright lights for 3 straight times. I know what it looks like and I know what it feels like. And guess what? I am the true and the new IBF and WBC welterweight champion. I'm the big fish. And I'm here to eat all the damn guppies. So Errol the Truth Spence, keep doing your thing. Clean your damn team up. That's my only criticism for you. But other than that, keep doing your thing. Get yourself back in shape because we need to see the full iteration and the full variation of the tactical aggression, technical punching placement, body snatching work, levying onslaught of the punishment style. We need to see that because when you're in that full variation, you are obliterating your opponents. This is where you became Errol the Truth Spence. There was no lies in your damn fist. That's why they called you the truth. And I want to see that Errol the Truth Spence come back. This is Hino's Sport. Checking out.